Okay, now we're on video 4. All right, and so we're going to be modeling percent, and then we're looking at percent proportions. Okay, this is going to be video 4. Now let's take a look at our packet. Okay, we're going to be modeling percents. All right, and so as you model a percent, okay, and so when you're trying to find the modeling the percent, so a percentage is a part to whole ratio. All right, so if you think of a part, whoops, sorry, got to change my pen. A part to whole ratio. That's what it says. That's a ratio where the whole, the bottom number, is always 100. Okay, so it's going to be, okay, some value over 100. Okay, that's what we're looking at. Okay, and I've already given you a sneak peek to the next section that we're going to be talking about in a few minutes. Okay, so let's take a look. So find out complete the missing information. So how much of this, okay, how much of this how much of this picture is shaded in? What's the percentage that's shaded in? Okay, so you can say that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows. Okay, 10 rows. How many columns? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 columns. So how many squares are there? So there's 100 squares. Okay, 100 squares. How many are shaded in? So if I've got 1 row and 2 rows, that's 20, and I've got 25 shaded in. So 25 over 100. So I'm going to put that, I don't like the way they put this in a different order. 25 over 100, because there are 25 parts, okay, like we have up top. 25 part, which is 25, and the whole is 100. It's the entire thing. So now out of that, you should know that 25 over 100 is 25%. And then that's supposed to be a 5. It looks kind of wonky. Okay, 25%. Okay, and you should know when you're converting a percent to a decimal, all you have to do, okay, is move that decimal over to the left 2 places, 0.25. Put a 0 in front. I like that. So okay, that's it. This is how you model a percent. Okay, this one even gives you the decimal. The next one, I'm going to do these last 2 very quickly. So if it's 85%, that's the part. What's the whole? Yes, the whole thing is still 100. Excuse me. All right, and then to convert a percent to decimal, you just move that decimal place and you get 0.85. Okay, so then over here you get 40% and then 0.40. Okay, all right, now a percent can also be written using a bar or a percent proportion. Or a percent proportion. Okay, we're not going to be setting those up at this point. Actually, let's go ahead and do this one real fast. We'll do the first one. Okay, we're going to set up the bar. So it tells me that one of 5 are shaded in. So 1, because there's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 of 5. So what that means is 1 over 5, because this is the part and the whole. So that'd be our percent over 100. Look, here's a proportion. I wonder if anybody knows how to solve this. Cross multiply. Let's use a different color. Let's use, I like the pink. Okay, and we'll go purple. We'll go pink and purple. So that gives me 100 times 1 is equal to, remember that's an x there, 5x. 5x is equal to 100. 100 is equal to 5x. Divide both sides by 5. X is equal to 20%. Yes, I did that very quickly. Unfortunately, that's just how I have to do it at this point, is to go through quickly. Because remember, this is a review. Okay, that's modeling percentages. Let's go over to a couple pages over. We're going to do percent, proportions, and equations. Percent, proportions, and equations. So we're going to set up, okay, we're going to set up a percent proportion, And we actually, remember I told you a minute ago, I've already given you a little bit of a heads up on it. So we're going to use this formula. Okay, I like to use pink here. I don't know why. Okay, percent over 100 is equal to part over whole. That's very important. Remember that. You're going to plug in these given values into this percent equation. And then you will solve for the missing value. Okay, that's all we're looking for. All right, so we're going to set it up and solve them as a proportion. Okay, I'll give you a second to take a screenshot or write this down. Pause the video here if you need to write those things down. Okay, I'm going to do problem 1. Okay, the 7th grade class held an end-of-year dance. Of the 300 7th graders, 246 decided to attend. What percent of 7th graders, what percent of the 7th grade class attended the end-of-year dance? Okay, so remember, part over whole. Okay, well, what's the part here? Or what's the whole? Tell me which is which. Of the 300 7th graders, so this is the whole class. That's the whole class. What part of the class? There are 246 students that showed up. So when we set this up using the equation above, okay, we're going to use this equation to set it up. So you'll say percent over 100 is equal to part. Look, I've got it right over here on the left side. 246 over 300. So you can do one of several things. Remember, you can use scaling or cross multiplication. Okay? And so in this way, you can do either way because remember, this is an x over 100. So 300, you can say 300 divided by 3 gives you 100. So let's divide 246 by 3. Okay? 246 divided by 3. All right, so that works out to 8, 24, 0, bring down the 6. Okay, that gives me an 82%. That's it. We could have solved it using cross multiplication, however we want to do it. But this is a scaling process. Setting up the proportion problem is the most difficult. Part over whole is what you have to remember. Part over whole. Okay, that's setting up solving a problem with a percentage problem. Okay, any questions? Okay, any questions? Nobody? All right, awesome. Okay, we're gonna be. I think we've got one more video after this.